When I started my garden, I started with plants. I started with pots that my mom had left over, and I started with the soil that was from my friend's house. The first year, I didn't do an amazing job at like cultivating a large variety, but I found some staples that I wanted to share with you guys so you guys can benefit too. So the first thing that I found when I was studying these plants was holy basil. I took it as a supplement to begin with because at the time I didn't have a huge garden, but I fell in love with it. And so I found some seeds online and I was able to cultivate it with just the resources that I had. My friend had some property, so I would dig up some soil from them. I got some pots from my mom's house, and so I planted some holy basil. And it actually thrived in that situation, which, to be honest, as a gardener now, I don't know how it did because, it was decent soil, but, it was kind of clayey. But it survived, and it was something that I protected and I made sure I took good care of it. Holy basil helped me with a lot of anxiety and depression, and it really brought me out of some of the funk that I was dealing with because of circumstances that were in my life. Right now we are going over it in my group as the monthly herb, so we're diving even deeper. So things I didn't even know about the herb are coming to light, and I just love teaching you guys what I'm learning and all the things that I know. So if you want to check that out, I'll put the link down below. Okay, the other thing that I found was lemon balm. And lemon balm to me is something that is a staple that everyone should have in their garden. And if you don't have it already, then girl or man, what are you doing? You need to get it. And let me share it with you. Let me just get a little sprig of it. I have it all over my garden. You don't have to plant it in the garden. It is a mint. It will take over, and you can see this isn't all mint. This garden is crazy. But it is so lemony fresh. It tastes like, to me, it tastes like Fruity Pebbles. Some people say that it tastes like a sweet lemon, and I would agree with that too. But to me, I just feel like it tastes like you just ate a bowl of Fruity Pebbles without the milk. That sweet, kind of like fruity flavor. I just love that about this plant. There's just so much benefits to it. It's supposed to be like one of the happy plants that just kind of makes you feel good. It's really great for ADHD or if you have depression. So I love that about this herb. It's an adaptogen, or no, it's not an adaptogen, that's a holy basil, but it is a calmer. It's in the mint family, and so I just love it throughout my garden. I just keep it in there, and then I grab it as I need it. I think where I do grab it pretty often, it doesn't spread like everybody else's gardening. I have it back here, and I don't really harvest it much. Back here, I usually use the one in the front because it's just easier access. But it still does pretty well for me. It doesn't spread like too crazy, but I mean, this garden is like, this is something I have plans to do an overhaul. So if you guys want to join me for that, let me know. It's mostly raspberries, vinca, and there's some begonias, and of course lemon balm, and then vines. We got the English ivy, and then okay, the bee balm is, or not bee balm, the beauty berry is back there. Let me show you. This is another one that I actually got in a pot because it was one of those first ones that I found out was good to help with mosquitoes. And if you can see, this is a huge plant. Now I have one in the front, and I don't let it get this big. I chop it down. I make sure that it is maintainable, and it's not that hard to do. But this one, I don't mind it taking over. Look how big this is. That is humongous, but it's short. And then it does provide a little bit of undercarriage shade. Like you could plant a lot of shade plants down there and it would be just fine. And I noticed when I came back here, when I originally was living back here, that I would be eaten up by mosquitoes even during the day. And now they come out at night, but during the day they don't seem to bother me very much. So I do attribute it to this. It might also be all the mint that I have in the garden. I don't know, but for whatever reason, I'm not getting eaten alive by mosquitoes now. And then the last herb that I grew in those little pots on the side of my house when I didn't have much going on was peppermint. And now I actually put mint in the garden. I am the mint in the garden girl. If you have seen that video of me saying I put mint in the garden. This one is actually in a planter because I don't like peppermint quite as much. This one is peppermint. So I do contain this one a little bit more. The sweet mint, I let that one go. And the spearmint, oh, let me show you the spearmint. But mint is such a calming herb. It's so good for digestion. It's good for mental clarity. You can use it in a tincture, or you can use it, I'll boil it, make essential oil out of it. I'll dry it for tea in the winter. They're good for coughs. So I just love having it all around my garden. I like to see it pop up everywhere. My neighbor probably doesn't like it as much as I do. It does go over there. But she does pull it out and she is gracious about that. Let me know your herbs that you use in the garden that help you get through even hard times, even if you're in a small space, because I think these days people think that they cannot grow anything because they are limited in their space. And I'm telling you, I started with pots beside my house in a small area that only got part shade, and I didn't know anything about gardening, and I got a few things to grow. And you just need to start building every year a little bit more, learn a little bit more, and you will get to a place where you can just walk down in your garden and there are all kinds of things you can use to benefit your health. Thanks so much. And if you want, make sure you're subscribing and leaving a comment. Let me know about your garden. And I'd also love to have you join my group. I'm going to post that down below. We talk about all things herbs, how to use them, gardening, tips and tricks, and we would love to have you there.